guys, it's Keira and welcome to my channel if you are new.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood.
So today's video I am going to be starting my year 12 back to school series that I always do every year, but obviously this one's a little different because it's college. I'm starting college, so yeah. So today's video is going to be a year 11 advice and tips video like I do every year. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the first question is tips for revising. So when I was revising for my GCSEs, obviously if you've seen the last video, you all know I did not do too well, but the things that I did, and probably the thing that would have got me more marks and like bigger, higher grades is doing more of it. So I did blurting, flashcards, I did mind maps, like my maps to flashcards to blurting to all sorts of stuff. I used a whiteboard to do some of my like stuff on as well. So those are all really good things that you could do. And yeah, I'd say the thing that I loved most to do for revision was probably blurting, as it just helped me a lot, and like it was just the best type of revision for me, and I remembered quite a lot from that. So if I did do a lot of blurring for RE, and if I think if I didn't, I would have got a lower grade in RE, but I got a 3, so it was like better than what I could have got. So yeah, that's my tips for revision. Just use all of those methods, and even like just reading the textbook if you've not got any time, like that still works as well. So yeah, that's my tips for revision. The next question is, what GCSEs did you pick? So I did English, maths, triple science, but not triple, I did like combined, but I did all three. RE, some of you might call it RS, and I think those are the 4 core ones I did. English literature as well. I think those are the core ones I did, and then we had to pick 3 in our school, so I did child development, drama and dance, but those are the 3 that I did do. And I would say out of all 3 of those, child development was probably my favourite along with dance. Drama I did not really get on with, but I still passed it, so yeah. But I would say out of all 3 of those, if you're watching this video and going into year 11 or even a year 9 watching this and you're going to pick your GCSEs, I would say do dance or child development if you do it at your school, because those were just my favourites from all 3. So yeah. The next question is, what are you doing after GCSEs? So I am going to a college near me, and I am doing level 2 hospitality and tourism, hopefully. I say hopefully because I have to have 4 3s in 4 subjects, including maths and English, but I got a 1 in maths, so I'm hoping we can work around that. But yeah, that's what I am doing after GCSEs, like now. And yeah. The next question is, were you scared for your actual exams? And to be honest, if I'm honest with you guys, I wasn't. Some days I was, some days I wasn't. It just really depends on like how you do in each subject and what you're like doing each subject. So like for me, like English I wasn't really scared about, but maths I was. So yeah, it really depends. But for me personally, I wasn't scared. I would say my advice for that is actual GCSEs are not as scary as mocks. They make mocks scarier to like just get you into the spirit and like show you what they're actually like, but actual GCSEs are not at all like that. I think if you're in the gym it's a bit more intimidating, or like in the hall or wherever you do them. But for me, I was in a separate room, so if you get quite intimidated by doing exams, you could ask your teacher or whoever to put you in a different room, and they should be able to do it just fine. But yeah, I wasn't scared. The next question is, how much revision did you do for each subject? So I had a timetable and I did a subject like each day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday I would do revision. But I would like pick subjects off of the list that I had. I wouldn't do all the subjects I had listed down. And then I use Fridays and Saturdays as my rest days. So yeah, I did about 2 hours a day or an hour a day, which is literally all you need to do. You don't need to cram like 4 hours a day in, otherwise you will overdo yourself. So yeah, I tried to work quite hard and my best, but sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't, as you know. So yeah, I did an hour a day, and that should be the least amount that you have to do. The next question is, how did you stay motivated? So I actually thought I like had a bit of money saved up, and each time I did revision I thought, you're not allowed to go out and like buy this, or you're not allowed to buy this online until you do your revision. And that's how I stayed motivated. I also used an app called Study Bunny, which every time you revise you earn coins, and you get like a bar chart of all your work and stuff, and that every time I looked at that, that helped me stay motivated as well. So it's those like little things that I used to stay motivated, and it actually worked quite well. So yeah, just think of those things and like kind of try and award yourself after revision, or like put yourself in a better mindset and stuff like that. That's what I did. The next question is, best way to manage revision without being stressed. To be honest, I was quite stressed when I used to do revision, but if you're really that stressed, I would talk to a teacher or someone, or I would keep like a folder and of all your like loose papers, and like I had a folder for like past papers and revision cards and stuff like that. And that's how I tried to relieve the stress, is to stay organized. And yeah, that's basically, I can't really speak much on that question because I was stressed, but that would probably what I say I did for me at the bare minimum. So yeah. Next question is, what was your worst subject or least favourite subjects to take? So like I said, I wasn't really a big fan of drama, but I also some days hated maths as well. I think everyone does, but I also really didn't like chemistry or physics either. So, I would say physics and chemistry definitely I did not like, but drama and maths were not really for me as well. So yeah, I can't really like give any advice on those because you kind of have to go to your lessons, but for me those were the worst. The next question is, did you feel prepared when first starting your GCSE exams? And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. Some subjects I didn't, some subjects I did, but I kind of just sucked it up and thought like, this has to be done, and like whatever I get is whatever I get. And like I tried to revise in the beginning, like from the start of year 10, but it was quite hard for me because we didn't really get like taught on like how to revise, so I didn't really know quite what I was doing. But yeah, some subjects I did, some subjects I didn't. But I would say just revise from the get-go and from the start of year 10. Take this advice now from me. This is what these videos are for, is to show you and tell you what the best method of revision is, and like just making you prepared as possible, because I don't want you guys to end up like me and getting like all 3s and 1 4. So yeah, that's my kind of advice for that on that end. My next question is, how did you schedule your revision? Like I said, I did a revision timetable, and it worked really well for me. So I would say if you do a revision timetable, that works quite well. So I think you should do that. The next question is, what is the best method of revision? And like I said at the start again, I would probably say blurting, just reading your textbook and trying to remember the information and then blurt it on a whiteboard, and it works really well. So yeah. The next question is, why do some people go in a different room to take their exams? And this is purely because if someone has like anything they need to like be supervised for, or they've got something simple as like ADHD or anything like that, or simply if you are really like, if you really struggle to be in a big hall full of all them people, then you get put in a different room and it works really well. So I would say if you're any of those things, just ask to get put in a different room and you should be able to. The next question is, what is your predicted grades and how do you boost them to higher grades? So I was predicted a lot of like 4s and 3s, but to be honest, I got 3s yesterday in my results. So I would say boosting them higher is to start revision at the start of year 10. That is my main piece of advice that I give everyone. Start your revision as early as possible because it will save you. So yeah, like I said, I got mostly 3s, so I can't really speak on that, but I would just say start your revision early because it will work out for you and it will pay off. Then the last one is, how do you know which GCSEs you should pick? This is probably more for like year 9s, but I would say go for things that you're passionate about and that you really like want to do and you think is going to benefit you. And don't go for things that just because your friends are picking them, because you might not get into the same class anyway. If there's an overscribe of people picking those GCSEs, then you're going to want to pick something that you might actually get into. So yeah, that's my advice on that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, give the video all the love that it needs, and I will see you guys in my next back to school video. Bye.